The NBA has a large variety and history of incredible athletes and talented players, but every so often a great player will develop a move that defenders find nearly impossible to stop. These three NBA legends use their unstoppable moves over the course of their careers to score thousands of points and humiliate defenders in the process. At the peak of their careers, these players left defenders feeling helpless and vulnerable. The standard for selecting these moves was based on just how unstoppable the move really is. Was the move so deadly that opposing teams often had to double team the offensive player? Did the move become a signature part of the player's offensive game? And did the move have the capability of destroying any defender who tried to guard it? This short list has nothing to do with the player's career or their overall body of work. This list is all about the move. I've broken down what made each move so unstoppable so that you can possibly learn yourself how to incorporate these moves into your game. That is, if you play basketball. At the very least, this video should help you gain more knowledge about some popular moves used in and out of the NBA. Today, I take a quick look at the 3 most unguardable moves in NBA history. Welcome to NBA Insider. Allen Iverson has had a great career in the NBA. When you ask many people what they knew Allen Iverson most for on the basketball court, they probably say his moves and his ability to handle the basketball. However, what many people really know him for is his deadly crossovers. The Iverson crossover became the signature calling card for one of the most explosive point guards to ever play in the NBA. Iverson's 15-year NBA career will mostly be remembered for his ability to break down defenders off the dribble. While his size at only 6 feet tall put him at an apparent disadvantage against taller and longer opponents, it was actually this height that would help him send these giants the opposite way. Iverson would use his quickness and incredible ability to change direction to destroy defenders with one of the deadliest NBA moves of all time. So what made Iverson's crossover so deadly? A few things. Iverson would frequently jab in one direction to set up his defender before he executed his killer crossover. This false first step would get the defender moving backwards or sideways, allowing Iverson to quick change direction and create space for an open jumper or drive to the hoop. Because of his reputation as a player with an explosive first step, Iverson would often use an initial crossover to set up a secondary move that would completely confuse his defender. He was especially successful with this move when coming off ball screens because he would cross over towards the ball screen, making his defender think he was going to use the pick. Then he would quickly counter with a crossover away from the screen, opening a drive to the basket. Iverson would also frequently set up his defender with a series of several different dribble fakes to put the defender on uneven footing. Once the defender was unsure which way Iverson wanted to go, he would blow past them or create separation for an open jumper. His quickness, ball handling, and ability to knock down the mid-range jumper made it virtually impossible to stop him one-on-one. Not even the greatest of all time, Michael Jordan, could handle the likes of Iverson and his lethal crossovers. If his moves were good enough to make Jordan look like that, then I think there is no doubt Iverson's crossover easily earns a spot on this list. Dirk Nowitzki's combination of shooting touch and height has made him one of the most difficult players to guard in the history of the NBA. Dirk's 7-foot frame, combined with his silky smooth jumper, is a tough player to guard for any NBA defender. His height, shooting ability, and scoring expertise has made Dirk one of the greatest scorers in NBA history. He is currently ranked 6th all-time in NBA scoring with nearly 30,000 points, shooting 47% from the field and a respectable 38% from the 3-point range. The primary weapon of choice for this all-time great is his deadly step-back fadeaway. Here are a few reasons that make this move nearly unstoppable. Dirk is a master of using a variety of spin moves and backdowns to initially create contact with his defender. Once he has established that contact, he will use this leverage to then separate from his defender once he decides to shoot his fadeaway. The space he creates through this contact gives him 2 things. It gives him a clear vision of the hoop as he rises up for his jumper, and it gives him enough time to shoot over long, athletic defenders. The combination of Dirk's height and his high release make it nearly impossible for any defender to block his shot. Dirk releases the ball slightly behind his head, which provides him with an extra few inches of valuable space to get off a clean shot against tough defenders. His high release also puts the ball into a high arcing path, which gives him a soft shot. This high release has been perfected through countless hours of practice, and Dirk has become a master of using this tool to his advantage. Dirk always uses a single-footed step-back fadeaway. Jumping off 1 foot allows him to fade away at a slightly more exaggerated angle than would be possible off 2 feet. This is just another aspect in Dirk's move that allows him to create maximum separation from his defender. His amazing 1-footed step-back fadeaway is impossible to guard. Defenders have no chance of stopping this move. They can only hope to contest, and that's why I think he deserved the spot on this list. Kareem AbdulJabbar's skyhook is well known as the greatest basketball weapon ever unleashed. Being the specialty of his offensive game, Kareem used the skyhook to score well over 38,000 points in his 20-year NBA career. Kareem's skyhook was the most dominant single move in NBA history, and here's why. Kareem mostly released his skyhook a good distance away from his body. When interviewed about his legendary move, Kareem said he can't remember his shot ever being blocked by his primary defender, meaning the only way to stop that move was if another defender could have possibly snuck behind him and swiped at the ball. Kareem would position his body so that his off shoulder would be exactly between the defender and his shooting hand. In order for the defender to block his shot, he would have to go through Kareem's body and reach the outstretched shooting hand to get to the ball, a nearly impossible task. Another thing is that Kareem could also shoot his skyhook with either hand from anywhere on the floor. This gave him the flexibility to destroy his defenders in a variety of ways, depending on how they decided to play him. He could shoot from different parts of the court and from different distances with either hand. Kareem was even known to shoot his running skyhook from as far as a free throw line. This combination of shooting flexibility made him unstoppable. In addition to his height of 7'2", strong frame, and high release point, Kareem had incredible lift to his shot. His athleticism gave him the ability to create separation from his defenders and shoot a beautiful soft shot. When Kareem would start his shooting motion, he would leap over defenders and release his skyhook at the best point. His lift and athleticism only improved what was already an unstoppable move. Just another reason to include him on this list. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more content like this, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. If I missed anyone in this video that you felt should have been included, please let me know. Also, if you guys have any recommendations for future videos, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching NBA Insider.